You buy cat 40 MSK, okay?
No cat.
That's I get a good deal. I buy a cat. Oh, sure, I'll buy a cat. Cat not for sale. Good day. For his wife was sick. His wife's name was Celine Dion. You
See,
buy cat right now. Poor Pepitos. He forgot to train his cooking to level 1 and could not make a campfire to stay warm.
Hey everybody, Toray here, and then accompanied by Halvanis and Danny.
What's
It's
up?
Cawfee Talk time. Just like the last episode, we talked about we're changing formats. We are doing audio only for a podcast. No visual because it causes problems with Windows 10. It's still not adjusted to Fraps and to Skype, so it causes problems.
Correction. You can watch visual at twitch.tv/Alvanis.
Thank you, you whore.
Yeah.
So quickly, let's just go down the line. What's been going with our week? We'll start off with Danny. Danny, what have you been doing?
Nothing much. Action on the YouTube channel is piping up. Not only do I have my MMO series started, I also found a nice transmog set that I'm starting to do a series on. Episode intro and episode 1 is already out, so go to youtube.com/epicdanny01 to catch that. And going to do a vlog here on my weight loss journey later today, and that's pretty much it. Just working, sleeping, and playing video games.
Woo, the life.
Danny taking notes is what he's doing. You just see that mid-plug in his introduction. Oh, I'm so proud.
How
I'm
you?
so proud. Me, complete opposite, as in nothing's going on in the YouTube scene. I've uploaded more videos than I've ever done before and lost 10 subscribers. Yay.
I'm still subscribed to you, man.
So, thank you for dinging me. Oh, God. Oh, there's a copyright strike. After last week, though, I'm not going to anger the YouTube gods. So, yeah, no, I've basically told you in private, but this is the thing there now. I'm no longer going to be making content that requires editing for the channel. Anything you see on the Twitch is going to be just uploaded because I don't have the time to put into it for no return.
Yeah.
Yeah!
All right, with me
Yeah.
real quick. Starting a new series on YouTube with Hal. The Adventures of Dayman and Nightman. If no one knows, it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Watch it on Netflix. It is basically a show of the biggest a-holes you have ever met in your entire life. There are 8 seasons on Netflix. 9th season, I believe. No. 9th season is coming out soon on DVD. The 10th season starts next month, I believe, or November. It's a really good show. So, yeah, if you love the show and you want to join us, we're on Silverhand on Alliance. Make a tune, and only a tune that is affiliated with the show. We're only accepting tunes that are affiliated with the show. So,
For now.
until there's no more characters we can think of. So, and that, and pretty much, I'm gonna probably start live streaming a little bit more. Once again with Hal.
Yeah.
YouTube has really been downhill, and I think Twitch is the way. And if I don't feel like editing anymore, like, it's pain in the ass to edit it, forget, like, no returns. I mean, I don't mind doing the Cawfee Talk. Now that it's on audio only, it's much easier to edit. I mean, just plop it right there and upload. With that, and I think that's it for me. I can think of. Yeah, that's it. So our topic for Cawfee Talk today It's going to be so some patch notes on DragonCon 2015. They talked about a few things. So we're gonna go down the line and we're gonna talk about the major things that they posted and our speculations if it's gonna happen or how they're gonna work with it. So, first thing that they announced, Demon Hunters are starting at level 98 right now. So basically, they're doing the same thing as they did
with the Death Knights.
With the Death Knights.
Sort of.
As a side note, they have a meaning to tell you that Death Knights will still start at level 55.
Yes, Death Knights will start still level 55. I think they should change that.
But if they do that, they're going to have to make a whole new quest zone and a new introduction because it just doesn't work the way it used to.
You are correct. Because
yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Level 98, you're thinking level 98, okay, they do the quest line, their intro quest line, like the Death Knights. By the time you get out of their starting area, you're
probably
gonna be
100.
You're going to be a level 100 at the right time to go into everyone else questing in their area.
Yeah. Which also, the implications of that is the world first Demon Hunter race is probably going to be closer than ever.
Well, even if they do that.
They don't remember. No more world first.
Well, yeah, but I know, but people still do the realm first personal stuff. Like, everybody's going to be doing that. Like, their main goal from when that expansion comes out is, how fast can I level? How fast can I get through this content?
I just enjoy the storyline, and that's just me. I do every quest. I do every single quest, even though people are like already whatever 110, whatever it's gonna be. I'm sitting at level 97. Why? Because I'm running around doing every quest. I'm enjoying the story. That's what I pay for the game, to enjoy the story, not just to get hit 100 and that's it. I'm 100.
What do I do now?
If you want to see a video of me and Nalgag making fun of Tor like that, you can go watch one of the new things on the channel on youtube.com/HelpOnUs.
Well, going back, thank you, freaking hell. But if you race to level 100, there's only gonna be a few people level 100. Most of the time, you're just gonna sit back and go, "Damn, I got nothing to do because no one else is level 100 yet, or at the cap level." So it's good. It's not that good to rush, really, because you're going to be sitting there and doing nothing.
What I'm wondering is if they're going to do something like they did with the Death Knights, in that you have to have a max level character before you can create a Demon Hunter.
I would assume yes, but with the fact that they've given level 100 a boost thing option now, it doesn't matter if they put that requirement or not.
Well, not officially yet.
Oh yeah, it's officially announced. They say this is going to be what it's launching with.
But when are they going to have the pay that you can pay to 100?
They're just going to upgrade the level 90 thing. It's going to be $60 to get 100.
So instead of 90, what if you're 90? You got to pay $60 just to go 10 levels?
Yep.
Wow.
Unless they do an option where it's like upgrade your boost to 100 for $20 or something.
Maybe for limited time, for the launch of the game, you can go from 90 to 100 for half the price. But that's only for a short time. If you don't take advantage of that, that's it. Wow, they should take our thoughts.
they should, because they get a lot of subs. So going in the list here, was it?
Well, here's the thing I have a problem with doing it so high, is the fact that this is going to be a new class with Death Knights. The cap at the time was 70 because they came out with Lich King. So you had basically 15 levels to get used to the mechanics.
80.
It was 80?
Okay, Lich King was 80. BC was 70. The original was 60.
Okay, so I stand corrected. So you have 25. Or 20. Wait.
Math! You had math.
Yeah, I had math. Okay, 25. So you had time to get used to the mechanics, get used to how it works. If you're going to only get two levels before you get to new stuff kind of defeats the purpose. And what are they? They're giving us another 10 levels, right?
Yeah.
So you
But
basically have 12 levels to get used to the mechanics of something that's totally new.
But what I see going on here is the way they're going to get used to the mechanics. I would imagine that, and they can do this on a class-by-class basis now. They'd be able to say, okay, you're leveling in the Demon Hunter starting zone. Demon Hunter starting zone is a minus 25% leveling. It gets you used to your character, but you still get enough experience to be on track and get ready to use your 100.
Probably all those quests in the starting area are going to make you use your abilities and get more familiar with them.
Yeah, because remember, if you do a boost in Draenor now, you actually have to earn your abilities by doing the quest chains.
Yes.
And you have to use some of your abilities in the quest chain.
Because I remember Kara logging on and she was like, where are all my abilities? I just boosted this guy and nothing's here. I'm like,
Nothing's here.
Yeah, I experienced that with Damazon, but I was like, okay, you gotta do all this to get things. So
yeah, that's what it is, and that's how they'll do it. They'll do it.
I just hope because the one thing I didn't like about the boost was your bags disappeared, and I was because I was sitting pretty with like I think all Ember Soak bags on Damazon, and all of a sudden Frostweep bags. Whatever the lower one is to what you get when you boost. And I was like, where's the frap is my stuff? Because I was like, I had 2 Hellscream Cleavers. They're sitting in a mailbox, and I can't get to the mailbox until I get through the Tanaan Jungle starting area to get my stuff. So I'm here, I'm using some random two-handed weapon all through the Tanaan Jungle until I get to the garrison and get it started. So I can, there's the mailbox. Oh, there's all my stuff. Yay!
Maybe they'll fix that.
Or at least tell you. I had to make a ticket to find out. That's how sad it was. I had to make a ticket, and the GM had to say, "Yeah, they're in your mailbox. They're in your mailbox." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Thank you.
I would have reamed him out and got a free month of game time, but that's just me.
You caused me a huge inconvenience.
I'm going back to Star Wars: The Old Republic. That works, by the way. It does.
I'm sure it does.
All right, next topic we're going to talk on. I really don't experience this much because I don't play Alliance, but with Worgans, they can transform back and forth. So they're talking about Demon Hunters will have short transformations when they go into that big form. So
I'm assuming that's just going to be a GCD. It's going to be a global cooldown, and it's going to be like the metamorphosis thing for the locks.
It's going to probably be something instantaneous because you can't wait for him to do all that animation and then, oh shit, the boss just killed me because I transformed.
Because they say specifically down here a little later, in which we'll talk about it, but they say that all the classes are getting a redesign. I imagine they'll pull that mechanic away from locks.
I don't understand this. Double jump won't be disabled anywhere.
It means that, you have... A double jump can get you into different spots on the map, right? So let's say you're in a battleground. You could skip an entire way to getting a flag on a battleground map if you use the double jump correctly.
That's bad grammar off of them double negatives.
Yeah.
And disabled. Bad.
But I can assume that they're just gonna, it's just gonna be, hey, if you want to take the time to get up onto top of that ramp or something, you'd be getting there just the same time if you walked up. It probably doesn't matter to them.
You should have rolled a Demon Hunter. This is the one that really intrigues me. Survival hunters will get a harpoon ability that allows them to throw a spear and pull mobs towards them. Oh my god, you know what that means, Hal?
Get over here!
Mortal Kombat is what I'm talking about.
Again! Remember with Death Knights? They were
The add-on. The add-on.
That add-on is
Did you
coming
ever have
back.
that add-on? It was amazing.
No,
I used it my entire leveling of a Death Knight, and every time I used my Death Grip, Mortal Kombat, it would be get over here.
I was done, tired. I was happy it was all over. You barely see a Death Knight that has that, and now it's coming back with.
You want to know what the best thing is?
What?
Demon Hunters are leather wearers, so you can just go get the Scorpion combat set.
Oh my goodness, they're just gonna be wearing the Scorpion.
Yeah.
There's a Scorpion combat set?
Yeah, there's a set that looks like Scorpion's clothes.
Speaking of, one thing that they need to add in this game is your ability to change colors, like in Diablo, the dyes.
I imagine that'll be a patch or something with this system.
And it should be, which is the Inscriptionists. They're the ones that deal with dyes.
Yeah.
They should be able to make it. So then you can actually make a real Scorpion set. You can make it all yellow because,
Or make it blue and be Sub-Zero.
Or make it everything purple.
and you could be Dan Zero.
Dan Zero. You're giving him ideas.
Instead of finish him, it's anyways.
Anyways.
What's the next part here? They say that it's the transformation. Demon Hunters will be the one only allowed to use glaives. So no other characters are going to get glaives.
But that's not really fair because I have toons that have glaives. Right? My monk has the glaives.
I don't know you, but my Death Knight has glaives, so...
Yeah. What's up with that?
It's because they're classified as a sword, not as glaives. They just look like glaives.
This one is going with the last one I was talking about, the survival hunters. But a lot of classes are getting this fantasy style class. It's an overhaul, and they're getting more of a fancier names. Like rogues are going to have a swashbuckler spec.
Yeah, it's going to replace their combat is what it is.
Yeah, it's just a rename on their specs to give it more like a fantasy like a type. So we're going to have for priests, they said was insanity is going to be for shadow priests. Holy priests are going to get the pedophile name.
What? No. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Do Great. I want to know?
Great.
All right, okay.
What spec are you, Catholic priest?
Anyway.
That's right.
What's your special ability? Get over here.
I got candy.
Say 10 Hail Marys for the Lord.
Anybody want a popsicle?
Say 10 Hail Marys for the Lord.
All right, so let's go into this. Let's go down a few classes. How would they change paladins? How would they give them a different type of class name if they would? This is just speculation on how would they change it.
Hold on, Danny. Danny's been asking for the link for like 45 minutes. There you go, Dan. How would they change paladins?
How would they change a holy, ret, and prot?
I don't know if this is just
Crusader.
I don't know if this is just my nostalgia talking, but I would like to see them go pseudo buff class like they used to be. Where you have to manage your kings and you have to manage your might and all that stuff. That'd be pretty cool, I think.
Like a the prot class could be called Crusader.
Guardian or Protector or whatever.
Crusader.
Yeah, a Crusader. Maybe. Oh, you know what? In the same vein of the actual Crusader in Diablo, they could have a special ability that allows them to use a holy version of their mount for a couple of seconds while they're doing stuff.
Like a charge. I never used that effect yet.
Oh, it's cool.
Is it like a charge effect?
Yeah. Basically, you charge up ahead, and then it's instead of you running, it's you're mounted onto like, your horse.
Almost like a shoulder bash, right?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Let's see. For what would be like a mages, that's a perfect time. Let's see, a frost mage. What can you call a frost mage?
Frost mage could still be a frost mage, but then they'd be like,
Cryomancer.
oh yeah, yeah, you could be a cryomancer.
I'm thinking how you would bring a battle mage into there, like you
would make it a fire mage that combines its attacks with its weapons.
That's a great idea.
So,
Arcane.
so you could be able to do like they say they want to have an emphasis on as a mage. If you're using the what is it, Fela Malorn, the Sunstrider sword there, the one Kelthus had.
Yes.
If you're using that, you might cast a rain of fire spell on it. Like say you have a fire spell, you cast this fire spell on it, and when you swing, a trail of fire goes in front of you or something in a cone.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
That would be really cool. But again, we gotta have a look at ourselves and say, look, we gotta think about the legendary ring here, because the legendary ring, they didn't even know what was going on, and everybody was hyped about that.
I mean, they're doing a great job with the rogues. They're really defining rogues, and they're doing an amazing job with hunters, where survival is melee again. What happened, Hal?
I just gotta go AFK a second. Continue.
Okay. So they're really working on survival hunters. It's gonna be more of the melee class. What? You don't like that, Dan?
It's a hunter.
No, but they're making it more like different styles of hunters. Like, marksman, you don't need a pet anymore. Marksman is like a ranger. It's just you. You don't need a pet. And then, of course, Beastmaster is all about pets, so you'll get all the bonuses from pets.
Really? I wouldn't know that from the name or anything, no.
So it's like, it's really defining the hunters more than ever. And I wonder if that's what I'm trying to go at, is how are they going to do it with other classes? Like, how would they change them up? So, you have any thoughts, like Dan? Like, what do you think?
Well, some of them I don't think they really need to. They might, revamp a few skills and stuff. Like mages is one of them, because mages has always been fire, ice, and arcane. They might, tweak a little things here and there to change things. Death Knights again. You have Blood, Frost, and Unholy. I could see them doing tweaks there, but nothing major. Hunters, I could understand why they're trying to go the way they're going. But I think it's kind of going a little bit too far, in my opinion, because hunters have always been, at least in my opinion, a ranged class. Even back when dinosaurs ruled the world, when they actually had the option of having a melee weapon along with their bow.
I don't know about you, but I use those all the time. If I was close quarters, that's how I would get away from enemies. I would trap them and then hit them with my Raptor Strike a couple times.
So it's going to be interesting to see what exactly they're planning as far as other things. I mean, Rogue, Rogue specs are pretty much the same thing. Just the attacks are named differently, and some of them do a few things. So I can see them going a little revamping there. I kind of don't like Swashbuckler being tied into there, because I think pirate more than a rogue.
But that's what they want.
They want that.
You to think pirate. They want you to think pirate.
Like, bring back mace rogues, please. I used to love that.
You want to know why they're thinking of a pirate for that? And I'll tell you the reason why. Because what's the icon for a rogue? Like, a rogue back in the day. What was the icon for a rogue? Van Cleef was your icon for a rogue. That's what I thought. Like, when I saw Van Cleef's model, I'm like, I really want that as a rogue. I like to be a swashbuckler like that, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I don't know about any of you guys, but...
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Exactly. You brought up a... Can I just continue here?
Yeah, go ahead.
You brought up a really good point, Dan, about unholy spec for Death Knights. I think that was a missed opportunity to have a Crypt Stalker type class, or like a Necromancer sort, like more of a Necromancer.
Yes.
Like as you kill things, you know,
You can raise
maybe
them.
you want to inject, like Skyrim. You know how you had Skyrim there for a little bit. You could, if you went to the Necromancer talent, you could raise something that you killed to fight for you for like 10, 15 minutes. That was cool.
I mean, what are the most unused specs?
Unholy.
Unholy is one of the biggest ever.
Fire. No one uses fire anymore.
Fire mages, no one ever
Fire
uses them
mage.
since Cataclysm when they were OP as hell.
As much as I hate to say it, I don't find that the rogues. Not many people
Rogues
use
in
combat.
general. Rogues in
Nope.
general, you don't really see that many rogues out there.
Not very many, and the ones that are out there are really bad.
What else don't we see a lot of?
Holy
Just
paladins.
don't let Erie hear you say that, Hal.
I said most of them.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones that really should get like more exciting, something exciting to them.
Why do you think that they're doing? And but the other thing is, I think, is because they said that they're going to be balancing PvP and PvE separately now. Thank God. That I think you're going to see a bigger team on the balancing side, and I think you're not going to see one spec go out huge in front of another spec anymore.
Elemental shamans.
I think they're going to want to maybe keep those all of them even, so everybody can play their own
They're
spec.
actually starting that thing right now where you'll see it says damage done in PvE 20%. If PvP is minus 20%, so it's going to be less damage in PvP.
Yeah.
They're doing that stuff right now. They're actually getting it ready.
Oh yeah. I'm just thinking of other specs that could be like used for that, because I mean, like we went over rogues as a class in general.
Mm-hmm.
No one really plays them anymore except for PvP, because they're really good at PvP. But maybe
A revamp on monks, honestly. They just... I don't see many people playing monks that much.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
even I'm getting. I'll be honest, and I hate saying it because he's my only 100 right now. But I'm getting tired of playing Barman
Yeah,
because it's just the same thing over and over again. And it at least to me, it seems like the rotation is just so complicated because you got to deal with energy, you got to deal with chi, and if you're out of energy, you can, and you're out of chi, you're out of luck, and you know you're sitting there until you get energy, so you can generate chi for your higher attacks. And I'm trying to just get things done to get the legendary ring quests done, so I can just say, okay, I did it, and then as I'm leveling up my other characters, maybe not worry about it too much.
you know what? I'm honestly I have characters that are close to being the first part of it done. I have no want to do this legendary quest.
Not like
It's-
the last legendary quest, people were like, I have like 4 tunes. It's just this one, people don't care anymore.
It's just that it's too fucking, pardon my language there, but it's too fucking terrible. Like, seriously.
It's really tedious, worse than the last one.
Yeah, and is the thing though, they were said specifically beforehand, we thought that the legendary club quest was amazing, but we don't want it to be so tedious. What did they do? Make it more tedious.
Yeah, especially the last part where sometimes it drops, sometimes it doesn't.
The tomes? Yeah.
Tomes, yes, that's all. You only need 33 of them, but
Yeah.
you get like maybe 4 for every dungeon every time you run it a week.
Well, I know one thing in the legendary quest, and it's what's hanging me up from getting it. It's those elemental runes.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is what I find funny. You do either a ship quest or you do a garrison mission quest. You get anywhere from 18 to 35. You go into an LFR. You're lucky if you get one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's
And I'm
the
like thinking,
Go ahead.
And I'm like thinking, okay, why should I go through LFRs if I'm just a filthy casual, and not in a fancy guild that's doing raiding and stuff. And
Wow, you just disowned Lotus in the whole thing too when he did that. Oh,
no, I didn't. I just haven't felt like raiding, to be honest.
a real
Uh,
guild that raids. Oh,
Hey,
yeah, we are a real guild that raids.
we offer him, but he's taking a break from raiding.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
it's just that's a whole nother coffee talk probably. Um, and I'm like, okay, I need to do these LFRs because I need to get certain things. Like I need to get General Gragdar's left boot, and I need to get uh, Lazy Man's green totem, and then I have to get Black Hand's left arm, and which I thought was very unusual to begin with. And so I'm sitting here and I'm going through, oh, you got a rune. Okay, so I got 17 now. I just need 200 and whatever more. Because you
The
need
whole
you need 900 of them to make the
Yes,
three elemental
that's
runes.
a little insane. 900. When I was doing that quest, I'm like 900. Oh my goodness, it's gonna take forever.
the getting Black Hand's arm quest isn't so bad when you know the lore behind Black Hand. But yeah, I have no want to do this legendary quest, and I don't think I will.
And I'm like, I'm now at the point where all I need is another like 250 runes to do my third one, and then I'm like, okay, what other hilarity are they going to have me do in Hellfire?
Tomes.
The tomes that you get about 4 a week if you're very lucky.
Do you remember how? Hey Vader. Do you remember how? Remember how the legendary quest for the cloak went, where you would like go into an LFR and it's like, oh shit, I got like 47 of the sigils of power, but I've only got one of the sigils of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Where I only got one tome this week. What'd you guys get? 6? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I just hope after Pandera and now Warlords that whatever quest line they have us do for these legendary weapons that it's
I think they should just stop with the legendary stuff, really.
Well, they are. That's the reason why they're doing the heirloom system. Right? Well, not the heirloom system, the artifact. The artifact weapons. That's why they're doing the artifact weapons.
Honestly, it's a great idea, but they just did it too much. It was way too much.
Yeah. I think what you're going to see with this one is they might have learned from the last two, and they're just going to make this a really epic quest chain for you to get your item upgraded. That's my hope.
Your hope.
Yeah, we can always hope.
And the reason I say hope is because, like me and everybody else, Warlords gave me physical pain.
Heartburn.
Heartburn. I like Tor knows. Tor knows I love this game. And what did I do, Tor, after I hit 100? Well, I'll quit for 5 months. And I stopped playing for about 4.5 months.
Here's another topic that I want to bring up. They're talking about no gnome hunters yet. When are they gonna stop? Are they gonna make it so you can be every class in any class?
Eventually.
It used to be only, you pick humans because they can be this. You can pick gnomes to be this. Blood elves can be this.
You picked a human to be a paladin. Oh, and you picked a orc to be a shaman. I remember those days.
Yeah, that's it. And then Burning Crusade changed that. And then they changed it again with every other expansion. All right. There has to be some
No,
unique.
it wasn't until Lich King when they started doing that.
Yeah, it was Lich King. They made it so you could have
Burning Crusade, we became paladins. That's how they started there.
Yeah, they said Burning Crusade, okay, we'll let the Horde have paladins and we'll let the shamans be on the Alliance too.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it wasn't that they let everybody do it. There was specific races. For example, on On the Alliance side, you had to be what in order to be a
Draenei.
paladin? You had to be
Oh,
a human to you
to
had
be a paladin.
to be a paladin, and
And a
on the
dwarf. You could be a dwarf
well,
paladin.
no, that didn't happen until like what Cataclysm?
No. Dwarves have always been able to be paladins.
Yes, it was dwarves and humans.
Oh, I'm thinking shamans. Okay, never mind. So dwarf. So you got those two, and then on the horde side, you had Tauren and orcs that could be
And
shot.
trolls.
Well, there's two classes right now that can be everything. I believe it is Taurens that can be everything, and dwarves.
Dwarves. No.
No,
Night
because
elves.
dwarves cannot be druids.
All right, so it's another one. What?
No. There's no... Because on the Alliance side, you still only have the certain things that can be pallies. Is it Draenei that can be everything now?
Draenei's can't be druids.
No, that's right. So, I think...
Maybe it's night elves.
No, because Night Elves can't be paladins.
Oh.
It's a contradiction in terms.
There's no class that can be both.
See, I liked it. I liked it the
Taurens
way
can be
they.
everything.
Yeah, I liked it the way they had it previously. Is every class made sense, as far as the races that could participate in
Wait,
it.
can Taurens be warlocks?
No. Taurens cannot be warlocks. So they can't be mages either.
There's a class that could be everything. I remember looking at that.
No,
I
there
just
isn't.
remember.
There isn't.
Look, I can't really look. You guys look down the line.
No, there isn't. There really isn't. Because if you say goblins and worgen, they can't be paladins and they can't be a worgen can't be a shaman rather. But
For now.
for now,
I think every class could be everything except the two classes you really can't touch are paladins, because then you have to think of where the source of their power is coming, and druids. You really got to think where the source of their power is coming from too.
And shamans.
And shamans.
Okay, humans cannot be shamans or druids. Dwarfs cannot be druids.
Human druid.
Night elves cannot be paladins, shamans, or warlocks. Gnomes cannot be paladins, hunters, shamans, or druids. Draenei cannot be rogues, warlocks, or druids.
Yeah, there's every class has.
Watch
There's no
my
class.
prediction right here. Draenei will be able to be rogues in the next expansion.
Worgens cannot be paladins, shamans, or monks.
If
That's
they
fine.
did that, if they did that, Tor, if they really did that, then you know what they'd have to do? Torn Rogue.
Orcs cannot be paladins, priests, and druids. Undead can't be paladins, shamans, or druids.
Which doesn't make sense because any class that can wield the light and be a warrior should still be able to be a paladin.
Taurens cannot be rogues, mages, or warlocks.
Mhm.
Trolls can just not be paladins.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think
What
what
else?
you heard, Tor, was there is two races in the whole entirety of Warcraft that cannot be only one class. I'm thinking that's what you heard. Because I remember hearing the same thing, and then I'm like, no, it's only one class that they can't be.
Blood elves can't be shamans and druids. Goblins can't be paladins, monks, and druids. And pandas cannot be paladins, warlocks, druids, or death knights.
A goblin paladin would be awesome because they would corrupt technology into becoming the light.
Again, that's what the whole reason that the goblins can be priests is because they are so greedy that they just found a way to wield the light.
Yes. So
That's their lore. That's their lore. Their
so
lore
why can't they
says
do that with
specifically-
paladin?
Their lore says specifically, they have no reason why goblins can wield the light. They just know that they're so greedy they have managed to bend the light to their will.
So this is one thing, and I've been talking about this for ages. Undead, they have the right to be any class. They are undead. They used to be humans. Let them have every spec of humans.
I want them to have a undead druid, and the druid just like missing half its body.
And let's get a little bit better. Let's have the undead be undead Taurens, undead Draenei.
They won't do that though because they'd have to make all new models again.
But that would be so cool.
But
Like,
you got to remember, you got to see what's ergonomical and economical for Blizzard, and it's not economical for them to go and make all these new skins and have 10% of the player base play them.
You know, if they made undead of every class, it's gonna be flooded. Everyone's gonna be undead.
What do you think's going to happen with Legion? BRB re-rolling Demon Hunter.
You know that there's gonna be demon hunters.
I mean, heck, it took me Cataclysm before I even touched a Death Knight.
I remember when Death Knights first came out. That's all you saw. Level 60 battlegrounds flooded with all Death Knights.
Fuck that. Doing Hellfire.
With Death Knights taunting all the time, and you're a tank.
And then you gotta remember that every spec of Death Knight could be a tank back then.
Yes. Frost was a tank spec back then.
Mm-hmm. I rocked the shit out of Frost spec. I was a Frost tank. I was the guild's only Frost tank because everyone else didn't like it.
What was Blood back then? I can't remember. Was that DPS?
No, tank spec.
It was the tank spec.
So there was two tank specs back then.
No, there was 3. Unholy was classified as a tank spec as well. They got rid of them. Their whole deal was that every class could be either a tank or every spec could be either a tank or a DPS.
Going back, since you just mentioned that, back to a past topic, Unholy is the most unused class ever. I'm nominating that as the most unused class because I remember playing as Unholy a long time ago when DKs first came out. That used to be an amazing class, and then they messed it up. Then they made it into PvP, and now it's like they don't even use it in PvP or DPS.
They use it in high-end arenas.
Oh, in high-end arenas? It's just I think that's the most unused class of them all.
It's the most unused class / spec and worst friend. Unholy Pally. Unholy Pally.
Oh, he's on the stream?
No, but let's get back on topic because we kind of jumped.
I know. I had to go back because you mentioned Unholy Death Knights, and I just had to.
So what we were on some specs are getting overhauled.
Yes.
They also say that some specs will have a renamed resource, like Insanity for Priest stuff. We went over that. Okay.
We were on the spec. We were talking about the different classes.
Yeah, so you kind of mentioned that in there. The next one would be the sewer class hall for rogues. Looks great. It's not a sewer at all, really. It's got a lot of treasure chests.
A lot of rogues were pissed off that they were saying that the paladins get Lights Chapel, and so this class gets that, this class gets that, and the rogues get stuck in the sewers. And there was a huge
I remember it because literally the thing was this. As a paladin, you will go to the bottom of Lights Hope Chapel. There's actually a separate area underneath there, in which has been remodeled to be a class order hall. Shamans will overlook the elemental plateaus, and will be able to see lightning crackling and all the elements kind of fighting.
Aren't the shamans going to the whirlpool in the middle, the maelstrom?
I don't think so.
That's what they said. I remember reading that.
They're gonna unlock the maelstrom. I think that area where Thrall was doing his
yes, there.
Yeah, they're gonna make that area into like a class hall.
That's pretty badass.
and then it was like
well, shouldn't it technically be gone because the only reason why it was there was because of the Deathwing going through Deep Home?
Lore wise, they made a base there to keep an eye on it to see if it ever flared up again.
Okay.
You
never know with Blizzard.
What else was it? It was like warlocks. Oh, you'll be able to go to the prison planet of Mardoon. A section of it is for you guys to train your demons and help them, empower them against the Legion and stuff. And it's like, rogues.
You get the sewers.
You're going to Dalaran sewers.
You get, sorry, Dan, but you get to float. You get to hang out with shit. Look, it's floating by. It's Mr. Hanky.
Well, here's the funny part. I mean, during Lich King, once you hit 75, and were able to start those stupid whatchamadoodle quests. The majority of them had you going into the Dalaran sewers to do like anywhere from the fishing to the cooking daily. It's just
In the
And there's a
sewers.
freaking inn there. Hello.
Yes, in the sewers.
Yeah. Anyway, they were all like, oh, the rogues were all like, why can't we go to, like, Ravenholt Manor and stuff? And it's like, where a lot of the rogue stuff happened. They're like, nah, sewers, mate.
Why did he, honestly, that area where the rogues only area, I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
Where you get that rep, the rogue rep thing.
Oh, that area where you used to have to level your lockpicking at, up in Red Ridge Mountains.
Yes, there was an area there just for rogues.
It was
That
kind of
should
like
be
it was a pseudo Ravenholt Manor. It had Ravenholt people there, but yeah, it was that stuff. Like, I thought that stuff when they said that, they're like, nah, rogues get to go into the sewers.
Yes.
Yay.
All right, let's move along because this is getting lengthy.
Yeah, but as a rogue, when I heard that, my heart was just all like, well, it's time to re-roll.
Let's just talk about the whole profession section next.
Yeah.
It's getting completely redone. Professions, they're just wiping the slate clean. It's not going to be horrendous like it was for Warlords, where you can level up. You don't have to be a miner, but you can mine. That's gone. There's going to be quest lines, which is awesome.
They have a thing called the single system to upgrade profession items, but when you upgrade that item, it gets destroyed. And then you get a reagent out of it for upgrading the item and destroying it.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to upgrade this item. Well, your old item is no longer there, but you get the upgraded item, but there's still a little left over, for you.
We had some parts left over.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot to put the wacky gizmo in the middle of your shield, so here we go.
Professions will get crafting items during dungeon loots. That's going back to...
That's going back to the when the frozen
orbs. Oh, yay!
And stuff.
The return of the frozen orbs, yay!
Yeah, frozen orbs and stuff. But I think with this new how they're doing it, it doesn't matter now because every class during a dungeon, aside of heroic, usually is getting their own loot anyway.
It shouldn't be as bad as it was previously because of the invention of LFR. Because I remember having to miss out on things because I was not doing raids because I was not in because this was before Black Lotus though.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing raids, so I would maybe get the first tier of the the fancy crafting stuff, but anything else required something that dropped off a raid boss, and I'm like, I'm not raiding. Thank you very much, Blizzard.
But I think that's why they're moving it to like the profession, like they're doing it in a profession style that you can claim it from a dungeon. Because dungeons, I don't care who you are, if you can't do a fucking dungeon, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is something that is really cool that they're doing this. Professions won't have daily cooldowns.
Yeah.
That was the most annoying thing ever. You have to, I'm sorry, it's going to take me a month to make that mount and MOP. The freaking, whatever it's called. I remember doing it for Danny. I was collecting, I was like, Danny, 29 more days.
Oh, the Sky Golem?
The Sky Golem. I'm like, Danny, 5 more days.
Yeah, it's that stuff, and I'm like, well.
Yeah, it's like in Pandaria when for some of the crafting blacksmithing stuff was like, okay, I got to do this for how much so I can get 22 bars to make this stupid thing.
Yeah.
I like this one. Prospecting can make a return. Remember prospecting?
I remember prospecting.
You take the ore and you just dig through it. Oh, look, a gem.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh.
What?
Dan must have just killed the hooker because you hear the cops going in the background.
That's mine. That's
not me. That's not me. There's no cops here, man.
Okay.
There's just me and a kitty cat.
Yeah, you hear how Danny got right defensive. Like, hey,
there was no dead hookers there today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but next part is transmog.
Transmog. All right, transmogs will be account wide, so they're
going. Oh my god!
They're going into, with transmogs going into the next patch. It's
sorry, Tor. I gotta cut you off.
Go ahead.
I didn't look at this, but skipping about halfway down that section, multi-strike is being removed, as well as the other secondary stats changes that were made.
Where do you see that?
It's in the middle of the transmog
Oh my
section on the
goodness!
page.
Hey, remember all that stacking of versatility? Yeah,
I never understood multi-strike. I never understood the newer secondary skills.
I tell you exactly why they're doing that. Because most of the items are going to have an ability that makes you duplicate your attack. The items that you're getting for your artifacts, they're going to have a multi-strike built into the items, is what I'm thinking. That's why they're removing that. But that's just fucking funny, because they spent all that time explaining about it, and then they removed it. Anyway, continue, Tor, where you were left off. Did we lose him?
I don't know, Tor. Did we lose you, man?
Oh god, he's dead.
Oh no. Maybe the cops came in.
I'll have to have another mock eulogy for him.
Uh-oh.
I think the retardedness of it actually just caused them to implode.
Yeah, but I like that first one mainly because I'd like to see how they're planning on doing it, because I know through dungeons, some of the I might get something I was like, oh, this would be good if it was on my other tune, and being able to do something with that to where I could use it as transmog on another tune would be wonderful.
Yeah. What, that whole section there where they say it's going to be account wide?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you still have to specifically go on to like your rogue if you want to use leather gear, and you still have to go on your mage if you want to use cloth gear, and you still want to.
I had a phone call. My sister, like I said, her plane is supposed to leave at 5 o'clock, and it's delayed, and she's not leaving LaGuardia Airport to go to Florida till 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh, that sucks for her, doesn't it?
So she's in the airport till 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Before she could take off.
Well, and we're here in our comfy chairs talking about video games. Anyway.
Sorry about that. What we were talking about? We were talking about transmog. So, yeah. Did you cover that? Basically, it's going to be very Diablo-esque. Is the best way to say it?
That's the way I was going to try to explain it to Dan. It was like, you played Diablo, right, Dan? Have you?
Yes, I do.
And the
you know how you get the transmog every time you loot an item?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to be.
This is how it's going to be. You're just going to unlock that transmog.
And it's going to be account-wide for any tunes you have. The only thing, it's still going to follow the pattern of clothies can only use clothies, plates can only use plates. But
and
if you loot something really cool on your Death Knight, your paladin on another server will be able to use that.
Now, this is what I'm thinking, though. To still make it relevant and have people do that stuff, do you think they're going to say it's account-bound for that server?
No.
I think they might.
I think they're going to put Battle.net account.
So you're just going to think it's going to be Battle.net account?
Because eventually they're going to bitch enough that it's going to be Battle.net account. So just get it done.
They're just going to do it now. If that's the case, why didn't they just leave multi-strike and versatility and stuff out of this?
So, before we even get to that topic, tabards.
No
Come
tabard.
on already. Really? We've been asking for a tabard tab for 2 expansions. I'm tired. But their excuse is that with the transmog thing, you're going to have so much free space in your bags that you have nothing to worry about ever.
Why can't they literally build that into the transmog system? Why can't it just be you unlock your tabard? There you go.
We discussed this a few weeks ago. The Death Knight tabard. You can't. That tune that unlocked it. That's
the Blood Knight tabard.
The Blood Knight. Yeah. Once that tune that unlocked it is the only tune you have that will ever have that Blood Knight tabard. None of the other tunes, and even if you make a paladin on another server and you try to retrieve it, you're not going to be able to get it. So that's something that it's going to be a little tricky when they do, if they ever bring the tabard system. But let's go on to the famous one that you just brought up, which is multi-strike is being removed, and other secondary stats will change as well. So multi-strike.
Well, it's not surprising because a lot of they did a lot of changes in Warlords to stats and stuff. So I can imagine why, they're looking back at Warlords, seeing how things done, and saying, maybe we shouldn't do this, and this would be better if we did it this way rather than this way.
So are they going back to the old system with parry and dodge?
I doubt it. They're probably just going to change the existing stats that they have.
That's going to be interesting on how they're going to be doing that. They know they messed up. That's what it pretty much came down to. They
Sorry,
know
I'm
they
back.
messed
What
up.
did I miss? What did I miss?
No, we're just going off on. I was telling Danny, do you think that they're going to go back to the old parry, dodge system, critical strike? Not
No.
critical strike, whatever the other words. I forgot what they used to be.
If anything, if they're gonna build it into a whole system, I think they're gonna go keep the avoidance thing. The whole, or I think maybe your armor will, because remember back in the day, your armor made a big difference.
Yes, that was true. Yes, I remember it was a huge difference.
Tanks were literally foregoing their parry and dodge stats as long as they hit the defense cap to have more armor.
Defense cap. Wow, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was your most important thing as a tank. You make sure you were defense cap.
What if they go back to that?
Defense cap. And if you weren't defense cap, the boss can do a critical strike on you. And
what was it? 490 defense.
Yes.
That was the thing you had to have.
If you didn't have 490, the boss would crit you, and you would kill you, and you would get. No, he would. I think he would bring you to 30% health with a crit. Or even, actually, it depends on how low you were. One hit, one shot you.
Yeah. I remember that. I still remember
Makes me glad I wasn't a tank when that was...
Oh, it was scary, Dan.
It was scary, but so fun.
It actually was. It made tanks actually work.
Because it was the whole BC thing where you had to run your normals and then get your 490 defense from your normal gear. And then you can go into heroics and do all the heroics. And it's cool.
So they're still keeping the players can only equip 3 professions.
Profession items.
Crafted profession items.
And that sucks.
That's getting carried over. It does
that
suck.
Sucks.
It really does.
That does suck. I could have been raid ready if I had the ability.
But that's what they're trying to avoid. Someone that has a whole guild. Everyone crafts one item, makes a whole bunch of it. Everyone's raid ready. Let's go.
Yep.
They're trying to avoid that.
Because here's the thing I don't like about it. That's pretty much everything. That's armor. That's weapons. That's trinkets. That's rings. That's anything else. That's the reason why I don't like it, because it's basically you're limited to 3 anything and that's it. It makes crafting professions, in my opinion, kind of not as useful as they used to be.
Exactly. You would make more money if you were able to.
I'm of the opposite opinion, and only because I think if you're getting a crafted item that is a pure upgrade for you, so let's say I get my shaman at level 100 and I have everything else raid ready, but oh shit, I don't have a shield. Well, if I get that crafted shield was the one item that put me over there, and I have room for 2 more items if I ever needed to get it for stats. I think it's just because we'd all love to be in a world where we could get raid ready instantly.
Here's the thing. In Warlords, you could craft some of the stuff when you were soon after 90.
That's the reason why they're limiting it. So I can only assume that.
And it wasn't that they were overpowered or anything, because there were level restrictions to them. And you couldn't upgrade them very well until you got to the higher levels anyway, and they were still blues when you created them. So it's not like these are hyperpower epics that you're talking about, at least until you upgrade them a couple of times. Well, that's what I didn't like about it.
Here's a thought: how this is actually makes a little sense in my head, but I don't know. You guys chime in. If you're able to use more than 3 crafted items, but you only can upgrade 3 items. So, there are only 3 items that you're wearing can be upgradable on your tune. But
so you're like, oh, if I have a full set of crafted gear, I can only upgrade my chest, helmet, and shield.
That's all that could be upgraded.
Okay, yeah. But then people would bitch.
People will do that anyway.
Anyway, this is WoW.
I mean, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I don't like it. I mean, one of the things I don't like is how you get the recipes to upgrade. Because I had to wait literally 2 weeks just for that stupid ore trader to appear in my stinking level 3 garrison, so I could buy the stupid things that allow me to upgrade to 707 whatever is the next level for my stupid engineering helmet.
Yeah.
Yes.
That does suck.
And here's another thing: I find out the prime material of it is that primordial or that whatever it is they called it that they had to rename because something sounded kind of demony or something. And I find out the best way to get that, you have to have a stinking collection profession, or you have to stinking fish it.
Whoa, Dan.
Whoa, calm down, Dan.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Don't get me riled up.
You're throwing the S word around there a lot. I don't like that stinking. Oh shit! I said it. I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on a little more because we got one topic left and we're over an hour already.
And you were worried we didn't have anything to talk about.
Well, this is a pretty good topic show.
Yeah.
Let's go to the last part, which is on the miscellaneous. Dungeons will be relevant again. So
finally,
dungeons.
They were ever relevant.
Yeah, they were. And did you play in BC?
You had to do dungeons to get rep.
And then you had to do those dungeons to, again, get your defense cap.
I was being sarcastic, guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because recently they haven't really been relevant.
They haven't, no.
No, and they haven't.
Sucks.
MOP was the biggest disgrace to dungeons ever, to be honest.
You know what? MOP had it right in the first half. And then what did they do? We're going to remove badges of justice and stuff.
I disagree there. The one thing I didn't like about Pandarian Dungeons was even in heroics. Well, no, even in heroics, you didn't get you had to once in a blue moon's chance to get an epic.
True.
Yeah.
Because there was only one epic in the entire dungeon.
But I like that because it gives you the feeling that that item's rare. Because it is. Sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Because I'll be honest, I was doing those dungeons. I think I only saw a rare maybe twice, and it wasn't something I got.
Yeah.
And all they were was a class specific weapon. And the only time you started
rogue dagger.
The only time you got an epic weapon was your first LFR.
But I'm in the mindset that that's it. It's a more prestigious item, so it's cooler.
All right, let's move on.
I wouldn't want to get it instantly. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm different.
This is a part that it's kind of like almost a spoiler. It says Illidan will be ready to lead the demon hunters against the Burning Legion. So, Illidan's on our side.
For now.
For now.
Because...
it's going to depend on how because I got a hunch that the start of that is probably going to be the demon starting area, and maybe they're going to go into how Illidan got in that little cocoon thingy for Gul'dan to go, okay, I show you the hand, ooh, there's your tattoos.
They already said how that happened.
He was imprisoned.
Maiev imprisoned him at the end of the thing.
After you defeat him.
After you defeated him, she imprisoned him, took him back to the Cave of the Wardens so she could torment his soul.
Oh, I must have missed that, but that's okay.
My favorite part of this is there's plans for Jaina. Remember, Jaina went all nutso and all that because, oh, boo-hoo, they dropped a bomb on my city. Boo-hoo, I lost friends.
There's a legit... I mean, she has a legitimate reason to be pissed, to be honest.
If anything, Jaina Proudmoore was the most real character in Mist of Pandaria. Because she went through actual story development and showed legit anger. And wasn't all like, Oh, he dropped a mana bomb on my city. I wonder if I bake him these cookies if he'll want to partner with me in a dungeon.
Well, look at Varian. He looks like he's taking a dump the whole time. He's like always pissed off. Like, "Arr." every time you look at him, he's like, "Arr."
That's
But
very.
Yeah.
but then at the end of the siege, he was all like, "Yeah, I'm gonna let your horde get back together and establish an army again."
But if you tick me off, I'm going to come and, you know.
Hey, we can fight as long as it's with honor. But if you throw dust in my eyes, oh, this shit's done.
There's gonna be something really happening, and I think that whole Jaina thing is gonna be at the end of Legion.
I don't know, because this was a link back to when we first talked about it, but remember they said that we're going to claim these weapons from these characters that might have, like, passed on or have lost hope?
Yes.
I think both factions are getting decimated in their leaders. I think Varian's going to die, and I think Anduin's going to have to take his place, again. Because remember, in the original WoW, it was, and BC, Anduin was the King of Stormwind.
Yes, but we couldn't attack him.
We couldn't attack him.
How many times I want to attack him?
You can go kill Onyxia, and you can go kill Bolvar Dragon, who's the most badass paladin in existence. But no.
Who was sitting in his spot?
Who? What?
Who was sitting in Varian's spot during BC and Vanilla when he was gone? While Varian was gone, who was sitting in the throne or the acting king?
Acting king
That we could kill, shall I say?
Acting king was Anduin. Advisors were Katrana Prestor and Bolvar Dragon.
So Bolvar was a target if you were doing For the Horde.
Bolvar was your For the Horde achievement, but way back in the day before there was achievements.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I think the next one is interesting. The backpack might be updated.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
This thing was
long?
game breaking. This is game breaking.
That's what they originally told us. We can't upgrade the backpack because it's game breaking. It'll destroy the whole game and the concept. Not like it'll ruin the game. The encoding would actually make the game crash and all that. So that was their excuse.
But here's where I think there's something different now. Now, they said the backpack might be updated. They didn't say in which way. They didn't say if it was a bag space upgrade, or are they going to have in that backpack slots for your mining equipment and slots for your herbalism equipment that give you a boost in your herbalism stuff.
I don't think they'd do something like that anymore.
No.
I think they would, because they're bleeding subscribers now, and they want to do everything to get people engaged.
Yeah, but all those things do is just boost your herbalism like what 10 points.
10 points, 10, 15 points around there.
But then there's the whole thing that opens up a whole new thing. It's like, oh, you're out in the world doing quest chains. Oh, a jade pick. Fuck, that increases my mining speed by 5%.
Let's get to this last part, which is Hal's best topic. Warlords was not a filler expansion. It built some things that we'll be using forward.
Certainly not multi-strike and the rest of the tertiary stats. Oh!
We all know, and I don't know who Blizzard is fooling, that Warlords was a filler. It was lacking storyline. It came out strong, but then it was lacking the whole storyline. It just dropped.
Hey guys, beta test everything that's going to be in Legion for us, but pay us $60.
Pretty much, they said, we're going to give you Warlords of Draenor. Here's a bouncing ball. Play with it against the wall while we work on the real project. That's what it really was.
The thing is, they never stopped working on the real project. That's the sad part of it.
What they say, 4 years in the making?
This is for it. They started work on this right after BC.
How long were they working on Warlords?
Well, I'll be the first. You know that I'm all for story and stuff, and I'll be honest. The whole story into moving from Pandaria to Warlords of Draenor had more holes than a block of Swiss cheese, in my humble opinion. I don't know if it might have been caught in stuff that I've never done, but I never understood the full details as to why that dragon person put Garrosh into this alternate reality Draenor. Uh,
That's still not explained, but what we can all assume is that he wanted to start the infinite dragonflight on our planet,
What was that guy's name again?
Kairos.
The one that gave you the legendary cloak?
Oh, Rathian.
Rathian. Whatever happened? Is he the one that died?
No, Kairos is the one that died. Rathian shows up twice in your expansion. This expansion.
But they never mention any more of it.
They never mention him. The first time he comes in is the Admiral Taylor's garrison quest, where you get the cool looking scythe and the cool looking.
and he doesn't really
Claymore.
come in. He's just mentioned in some of the journals saying that somebody
Yeah.
grabbed him.
But he did warn us about the Legion. Remember that? That was a pretty cool filler there. Like,
Yeah, he mentions that he did something to cheese off the ogres, so he wanted to seek asylum in Admiral Taylor's garrison. But they were like, well, you're technically going to be a prisoner of war because you helped Garrosh come to this timeline and screw up another fucking planet. So, yeah.
I think we're going to see a little bit more of him in this expansion, in Legion.
Yeah. And the second time you see him is in the legendary quest chain where he's floating around Khadgar's tower.
Oh, I must not have gotten to that
I've
part
never
yet.
seen that part. Maybe I never noticed it.
It's at the end of the quest chain when you go to... Spoilers alert, guys. When you go to fight the Warden.
Spoilers.
Remember when you fight the Warden?
Yeah.
When you go up to her, if you looked around the tower, Rathion's floating around in his Drakeling form surveying the area.
I never noticed that. See?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's videos of it. You can find it. Really
I'll
quickly.
check it out. Well,
There's videos for everything, probably.
I probably have to cut this short because, short, but it's an hour, 16 minutes, and I think we're long overdue.
I don't know, but I'm enjoying it. I think we had a good discussion.
This was a great coffee talk, but I'm hungry as a mofo, and I'm gonna be.
You gotta go get some of Doy's ass? Is that what you're gonna go for?
Yes, and
Anyways.
I'm going to be running Time Walker Dungeons probably like in an hour after I eat.
Yep, and I will be...
Danny, if you're on, run with us.
What are we running?
Time Walker
Time
Dungeons.
Walkers.
Oh,
Hey, if you run 5 of them, you get the nice that cash that it's normal Hellfire Citadel.
Equivalent to normal Hellfire Citadel item, yeah.
Yeah, it could be like a 705, depending on what boss it is.
Yeah.
okay. I'll think about it. I don't know.
All right. So, all right, everybody. Until the next coffee talk. This was honestly, is one of my favorite coffee talks discussions. We discussed a lot.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
All right. Until next time. Later, everybody.
See ya!
Peace.